Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still pretty new, it's just over a year old, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. If you've already subscribed, if you subscribe today, thank you so much. Thank you so much, it really helps me out. To all my viewers, subscribed or not, thank you for being here with me. You can't have a channel without viewers. I love you all. Those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing a series. It's an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One, book 1 here, that I've read aloud live on Facebook and uploaded all those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy for free. Just know that book 2 is published and available for those of you who are interested. All the links that you need for my books are in the description box below. Also, if you would like a personal reading, the information to contact me is also in that description box. So welcome back everyone. If you've been on my channel before, you know that I go through, I explain what I'm doing this week. Okay, so while I was thinking about which tarot and oracles to use for this particular week, I just out of nowhere I got this idea to ask my son, who is a Gemini, by the way. And I thought he was going to choose from my tarot decks, but he chose the deck that I gave him for his birthday. He loves all things Japanese, and this is the Ukiyohe Tarot by Koji Furuta. He loves this. I love it. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Now, ukiyo-e is a style of Japanese art that was popular from the 17th century through the 19th century. So Koji Furuta created this deck in that tradition of artwork. It's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. Now, if you've been here on my channel before, you know that I like my oracles to kind of go with my tarots, have a theme. And I didn't have any Japanese oracles at all. And finally, it just occurred to me that Japan is an island nation. And so we're going to get some cards from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck by Angela Hartfield and artwork by Ekaterina Golovanova. Beautiful artwork. Okay, and I always like to have the goddess involved somehow. This is the Mother Speaks, the mother energy, right? Also, there are 2 Japanese goddesses in this deck, so we're also going to pull from the Legendary Ladies Goddess deck by Anne Shen. All right, everyone, so if I need to clarify, I'm going to use the Tarot of the Cloisters or whatever else deck I'm led to. Libra's reading that I just did, the Hope card was really confusing, and I ended up using a different deck to clarify, which was still kind of confusing. But so anyway, as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will. I read major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. That is the plan that you made for your life before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn important lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration and wisdom encoded in your soul. It is possible to lower in vibration during a lifetime because of your free will, but if you can manage to rise in vibration lifetime after lifetime, or even significantly in one specific lifetime, you may reach a state that we call enlightened. Like Buddha and Jesus, Isis and Thoth, and many others. These people have affected a great deal of positive change on our planet. So when I'm looking at your major arcana cards, it's a lot like looking at fate or destiny, but it isn't exactly because of your free will. There are times that things will happen beyond our control. We wrote them that way. Those are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune card, which you do not have. Okay, so let's get started. Gemini, you feel like you are so the boss of your own energy right now. You are just like, man or woman, you're the boss. You are strong. You know what you're doing. You are experienced. You are intelligent. You are a genius, perhaps. You are, you get wonderful ideas. You are just, this is like on top of the world, okay? Crossing that, you've got the Six of Wands, which is the victory, okay? So this is the warrior, the victorious warrior coming home, and everybody celebrating them because of their victory. So a king coming home from their victory, this is huge. What did you just do? You are victorious. You are being celebrated. You are awesome. You have mastered your own energy. Have you mastered your mind? And this is what brought you this beautiful victory. Wow. You have integrity. You have, this is justice, truth. You're winning. You're feeling awesome right now with this fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Wow, this is really beautiful. You know, this might be another air sign, just saying, but you're experiencing some serious victory because you have bossed up. And what is at the root of this is that you have done some learning, some spiritual learning. You may have been learning from a teacher recently, but this could be your job. This is big business, but I'm feeling you've learned a lot spiritually. This is part of this. The wands are fire energy, and fire energy is spirit. You know, I'm feeling more and more that my readings are about people that are on the spiritual journey. You know, this isn't, I'm not reading for people that are 3D anymore, I don't think. I really think that this is either your teacher or this is what you might be becoming. There may be a Taurus involved here. This could be a boss, but this is somebody that's like, what is the word that is trying to come to mind right now? Hang on. Hang on. Okay, mentor. That is the word that I was looking for. I just paused it so that I could just, you know, I don't want you sitting here for like a minute or two while I'm trying to remember a word, but that's what I'm feeling here. There may be somebody who's been a mentor to you and you've learned a lot about yourself. You've learned a lot about self-love, because the Hierophant is about mercy. So you've been really paying attention, and you know, you are really learning a lot. I mean, you might even be becoming this energy yourself. This the Hierophant, it can also be called the High Priest. They can also be the Pope because they are centered around spirituality, but they are also a scholar. They learn a lot from the writings of other people and their spiritual experiences and what they know about spirit and stuff, okay? So this is a high priest that is a scholar about this, like a wizard type energy, okay? So, wow, you are moving. Oh, okay. So this is your recent past that is moving out of your life at this time, and this is a fiery temper. This is tyranny. This is, yeah, because the King of Wands has a lot of power. Energy is fire. Fire is energy. This king is energy. Okay, there may be a fire sign in your life recently that was like really mad at you or someone, and they had, were being tyrannical and may have said things to you that were very mean, or maybe you have not experienced a very good Leo season. That came to mind. That has never come to mind before while looking at a card like this. But this is, yeah, basically this is the negative side of fire, the fiery temper, the being a tyrant, sometimes being exhausted. That's more the Queen of Wands energy. But if you're in a King energy right now, man or woman, then, that's what this would be too. You might be so busy that you were exhausted. And when people get exhausted, they get cranky, okay? But so you may have experienced having a fiery temper recently, or you may have been experienced a mature individual that had such a temper. Now, for me, these two cards are future cards, and what we got here is the Magician in the reverse. This is your energy here too with Mercury. Now the Magician. Now this particular magician is dressed in clothes that they call country bumpkin clothes or whatever. So this is not a magician who is worried about opulence and money and stuff like this. However, in the reverse, I'm not getting things like black magic or anything. This is just that I think you're supposed to be manifesting something. And your will is not as strong as it could be. This can focus on weakness of will. Okay, this is one of the things that this particular deck focuses on for the Magician in the reverse. And because that's what I was feeling. This can also be indecision, which, the Lovers is your card as well, which can also be a choice needing to be made. This can be a delay and lack of imagination. Here's your next future card. Now, this Knight of Swords, he changes with the decks. And first of all knights bring change, so some sort of change is coming. This is the fastest knight in the deck. He moves very quickly. Sometimes the card will focus on how this knight moves so fast that he skips steps, or he gets bored with his projects and he just starts them and then just leaves them and doesn't finish it. But this one focuses on like the strength and dash, pardon me, it says of a young man. Doesn't have to be. The strength and dash of a young person, okay? But this is quick movement, quick change, okay? But this is a heroic knight in this deck. He's a warrior that's, ready to go off to war. Now, it's the king who sends the knight, does he not? Or it's this knight who becomes king. These are very much related. So this could be you, this knight, because there's no way to really put another King of Swords right here. You're in your kingly energy. Spirit wanted us to know that. However, you might be running off to battle to do something heroic. If somebody is doing something untoward, then yeah, you might go off to battle. And this could be the part of you that this part of you deploys. See what I'm saying? The swords are the armed, people who are armed, like vets, police. Yeah, veterans is what I mean by vets. You know what I mean? So there may be a battle that you're going to be rushing off towards. Or it could be that you finally get this will to do it. While this could be a weakness of will, you could finally just say, that's it, and you just rush off and do it. Now, here is your hope, the High Priestess. I believe that you are hoping that your intuition is correct. This is a Virgo energy. This is Isis. She knows by just knowing. She is the embodiment of the energy of wisdom. She simply knows. The Hierophant is sometimes called the High Priest. These are the two energies that the Empress and the Emperor would ask for advice from. These are the only two. This is a very spiritual energy. Okay? So you might be the Hierophant. You've been learning a lot. You're a genius. This is a very smart person. This King of Swords is a learned person. Okay? And this hope, this Virgo, or it doesn't have to be a Virgo, but still, you might be hoping for somebody who embodies this. This is someone who is psychic. Someone who, their intuition is always correct. This could be someone like me, like a tarot reader, or some other type of reader, or just somebody who's just, their intuition is just always correct. So you have this very strong influence of high skill with spiritual energy. So if this might be a person that you're hoping, if they told you something, you might be hoping that they're correct, but they're being brought up as the High Priestess, so they most likely are. Or you're hoping that your intuition is correct, and that it's, you know, that your intuition is going to be like the High Priestess. You may be hoping that secrets come to light, because sometimes she has secrets. Sometimes she doesn't speak. Actually, a lot of the time, she doesn't speak. Sometimes people say the High Priestess doesn't speak at all. But you have a very big connection to spirit and working intention here, because the Magician, he also is, my dog is barking, hang on, I gotta save her. Okay, Mama's here. All right. Okay, so, sorry guys. Yeah, so a magician manifests things with their energy. So with the Magician, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess here, and the King of Swords, you know, I just really feel like you are really making some progress. And if this King of Wands energy, which is like a fiery temper, if this was you and you have You're done with having a fiery temper and you've tamed that part of yourself. Oh my God. That is awesome. I don't see the strength card in here, which would probably really say that, but who knows? All right. Now, this is your current state of being or environment. Six of Swords in the reverse. Six of Swords is moving on. This, however, I think it talks about new possibilities or something. Hang on, let me just see what, remind myself. Stalemate, unwanted proposal, confession, or declaration. Wait a minute, is that the Six of Swords? Cherry blossoms, yeah. But, yep, there it is. Yep. Okay, so stalemate, unwanted proposal, confession, and declaration. Oh, okay. So that's what this was. These were cutting words. I get it. Five of Wands in the reverse is your fear. Now, the Five of Wands is all about conflict. You don't want any more conflict, right? No, nobody wants any more, but the thing about the Five of Wands is that it's, the outcome is usually good for everyone. It, like sparring, But even if it is an actual conflict where people are arguing or there's drama, everybody involved usually ends up better for it. However, when this is in the reverse, this deck talks about trickery, contradictions, complexity, involvement, caution against indecision. So this is your fear. Okay, being tricked. Okay, so this magician energy is in the reverse is trickster energy. Are you tricking yourself though? Because your energy is part of the magician card. However, with this fiery temper here, it's, this is wands. Okay? So what that means is, this person with their temper is also wands. And then what we have here is this victory with this fire energy. Okay? So this is what you're afraid of, but it looks like you are right. You see what I'm saying? Because this is, what did I just say? Hang on. This is the energy of the trickery, the contradictions. Okay? Caution against indecision. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is your outcome. Seven of Pentacles, first of all. Look at how pretty this is. Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. What this is taking care of your energetic garden of life. Maybe you will not be doing that. Okay, it could be that, well, let's just see what this is. This is anxiety and impatience, uneasiness, and imprudence. It is prudent to continue to work on your garden, energetic garden of your life. This is the seeds that you plant, the investment that you've made in life. These, if they were fruits, they're not ripened yet. This is just straight up anxiety and being impatient. If you pick your fruit too soon, it won't be good, right? So this impatience, though, is now speaking to me about this Knight of Swords. Okay, trickery, weakness of will. Okay, don't trick yourself. Okay? This guy here, he starts things and he doesn't finish them. That can also be a weakness of will. So right now, you've got this victory. However, don't let this trickster energy trick you into thinking that you're all good there and everything is fine, because this is warning you here about being impatient. Don't be impatient. This is also going to war. The underlying energy of this whole read here is the Hanged Man, getting a new perspective, having your life be standing still to get a new perspective. So if you've been feeling like your life has been standing still, life in suspension, because you've been in this Hanged Man moment for a while, you're like, I'm tired of being here. There you are. Look at how beautiful these cards are. But there you are. This is your decision. And you know what? The thing about this particular Lovers card is there's so many people in here. Why are there so many people involved here? And really, the traditional card, you have the angel and the two people, and it doesn't look crowded. But here we've got this mother who is a chaperone here. Maybe there's too many people in your business. Yeah, the cycle is not over. You know, this is spiritual path. You're definitely on that. You just have to, if the spiritual path teaches you patience. This is obviously the lesson here, Gemini. Don't become so impatient that you trick yourself that you have to hurry up. You know, there's a decision that needs to be made, obviously. But your intuition is serving you. It could be that you are leaning too much on the written aspect of what you know. So since you're hoping your intuition is correct, and it is, don't forget, our impatience will often lead us to ignore our intuition. But just think of it this way. Spirit is working on stuff for you right now. It's not time for you to move on, because what they're working on isn't finished. It's like if you give your order to somebody and, you know, like you're in the drive-thru or something and you're ordering your dinner, you can't expect to have it right at that second. They have to prepare it. Hopefully they're preparing it fresh. You know what I mean? There's certain steps that have to be done before you can get your dinner. Now, sometimes, because of divine timing, we have to go park and wait for someone to bring it out to us. But eventually we do get there. This is a major lesson in the spiritual path, is patience and understanding that divine timing takes its time, because it's moving so many different things. Think about like your ancestors and spirit guides in the spirit realm who are helping spirit work all this stuff out for you. They're saying to themselves, okay, now I have to go to this person and whisper in their ear until they get this. And then I have to go over here and do this to this one person. And then there's, you know what I mean? Where they're having to do certain things, or we're going to make this miracle happen. And there's a plan for them as well. They have to check off these certain things until you get to where you're supposed to be. So you don't want, they're in the spirit realm excitedly doing all these things as if setting up for a big birthday party or something is what I'm getting. And if you rush in because you're impatient, you'll spoil the surprise. They won't have the cake set up nicely. They won't have the balloons up or the streamers or something. You'll ruin it. Think of it that way. We all have free will, so these two future cards and then this potential outcome is not set in stone. That's the whole thing about having free will. Life wouldn't be any fun if we didn't have free will. Yeah, we come here to do certain things that we want to do. We decided to do with our free will in the ether from which we came, our true home. But that free will can change a lot of stuff. Okay, so we got this one. Okay, that one too. Any more want to come out for Gemini? Okay. We got two of them. All right, goddesses. What else? Oh, there's Kali. During Libra's reading, I cut the deck and I saw Parvati. And then I've shuffled them and I cut them again and I saw Durga. And I said to everybody, if I cut them again and I see Kali, I'm going to be like, whoa. Well, here she is. It's the next reading, but all right, goddesses, sisters, what have you to say to Gemini? What have you to say to Gemini? Oh, Durga. Oh yeah, okay. Expression. Expression. This is artistic expression. Hang on, she wants me to read it. Okie dokies. Oya. M-N-O-O-P. Oya, expression. Goddess of the storms and winds. Oya is urging you to use your own powerful wind to lift up your voice. Speak now and speak up. Oh, this is wind energy. Be expressive. Make your life a work of art. Durga. Oh, man. Telling you. All right. Beautiful Durga. Boundaries. This is what you are to speak up about. Durga is Parvati in warrior mode. Great goddess of war and protection, Durga is leaping into your life right now to help you establish boundaries. Boundaries are one of the greatest ways you can take care of yourself. Remember to draw clear ones to protect and preserve your inner spirit. Durga will protect you from trickery, trickster energy, black magic, anger, all that bullshit. She is a protector, definitely. All right, setting up parameters. Yep. Okay, so obviously that's what this is. Nights can sometimes bring messages. You may be being have been patient with this King of Wands in the reverse, this fiery tempered masculine energy, whether it's a man or a woman. You may have been very patient with them. They may have gotten away with a lot of stuff. And now you're just like, there's going to be change here. No more, you. Guess what? Guess what, Mr. or Mrs. Fiery Temper? Here's my message. I'm a knight and I'm bringing change. And my change is, these are my boundaries. These are my parameters. And you are not going to cross them anymore. Boom. You may not feel strong enough. You might be dealing with this trickster energy where you're scared of them or something, but eventually you're going to be like, you know what, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I'm going to go to war for me. I'm going to stand up for me. I'm going to set these parameters. And you don't have to go to war in the way that we traditionally see that. You're not going to go hurting this person. All you're going to do is stand up for yourself and say, you're not hurting me anymore. Okay? Assess your relationships and determine how they are aligned with your goals. Setting boundaries requires an honest evaluation of your present relationships. Yeah, so if there is somebody in your life that is creating stress, that is not really conducive to you becoming your true self and living in happiness and joy, that should stop. That's self-love. To set up these parameters, set up these boundaries. I mean, you were told twice, Durga is here to help. Leaping through the air. Oh, wow, that is so interesting. Look at that. Air energy, leaping through the air, boundaries. Come on, man. That's awesome. Leaping through the air, a plan you have made is on track. If you are waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. Yeah, stop putting it off. This weakness of will is putting it off. And this is you just like, that's it. I'm just doing it. I mean, wow. These are your two main messages. It's time for you to master your own air energy and speak your truth. Bring justice for yourself. And, you know, you don't have to be overly dramatic, but make expressing yourself and setting up your boundaries a work of art. Because when I usually feel art when it comes from Oya, when I see Oya. But she's saying, speak up. Speak your truth. Set your boundaries. Because you are a spiritual being. Spirit sees you. Spirit sees the work that you've been trying to do, that you've been doing. You've been getting a lot of opinions and a lot of probably judgment that you don't need. Look at how judgmental this mother of the groom looks. Now, you know what I mean? If you don't want this, if you want the cycle to be ended, end it. End the cycle of allowing anybody to treat you like shit. It's a good reading. Now, how much control do you have over this situation? I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor. And you've got 3. You've got the Hierophant, the Magician, and the High Priestess. And like I'm saying, you know, with 2 kings and a knight, this is authority. Taking authority. Notice that this person who's cranky has authority over their life. They're the authority in their life, or they wouldn't be a king. You're the authority in your own life, or you wouldn't be a king. So, but all your major arcana is spirit that is telling you that you can manifest. This is your own card as well. You have good intuition and you know what you're talking about. All right, Gemini. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Please don't forget to like, and I'll see you next time.